If you put $5,000 in a savings account at your bank today, in 30 years, you might have $6,000. If you put that same $5,000 in an index fund, doing literally nothing else, you could have $76,000. Same money, same 30 years, completely different outcome. The reason is compound interest. And once you truly understand how it works, you will never think about money the same way again. Welcome to Sense Ahead. I'm going to show you exactly how compound interest works today, not with vague theory, but with real numbers you can apply to your own life starting this week. Let's start with what compound interest actually means, because most explanations make it sound more complicated than it is. Simple interest is when you earn interest only on your original amount. You put in $1,000 at 7%, you earn $70 a year, every year, always $70. Compound interest is different. You earn interest on your original amount and on the interest you already earned. So in year one, you earn $70, but in year two, you're not earning interest on $1,000 anymore. You're earning interest on $1,070, so you earn $74.90. In year three, you're earning on $1,144.90, and it just keeps building. That's it. That's the whole concept. You're earning interest on your interest. The snowball is getting bigger as it rolls, and it picks up more snow with every rotation because there's more surface area. Simple interest is a flat line. Compound interest is a curve, and the longer it runs, the steeper that curve gets. Now, I want to show you the actual formula, not because you need to memorize it, but because when you see it, it clicks in a way the analogy alone doesn't. Let's run it with real numbers. Say you invest $5,000 today at a 7% annual return, which is actually conservative for a diversified index fund historically. You leave it alone for 30 years. A equals 5,000 times 1.07 to the power of 30. That gives you $38,061. You started with $5,000. You added nothing. You now have $38,061, over $33,000 in gains from a single deposit. Okay, now let's move from theory to scenarios you might actually be in. I'm going to run 3 comparisons that I think will genuinely change how you see money. Scenario 1. Meet Alex and Jordan. Both are 25 years old. Alex starts investing $300 a month right now. Jordan waits just 10 years, then starts investing $300 a month at 35. They both stop at 65. Who has more money? Alex invests for 40 years. Total contributed, $144,000. Final amount, $792,000. Alex has more than twice as much, despite only putting in $36,000 more. Those 10 years of compounding early did more work than an extra $36,000 ever could. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between a comfortable retirement and a wealthy one. I know. Everyone does the skip your latte math, and it's annoying. But I want to show you what $7 a day actually becomes, because the number is bigger than most people realize. $7 a day is $210 a month. At 7% for 30 years, that's $236,000. I'm not saying don't buy coffee. I'm saying if you find $210 a month of waste in your budget and redirect it, subscriptions you don't use, food you throw away, things you bought and never touched, that's $250,000 over your working life. Scenario 3, the one that hurts. Now let's flip this, because compound interest works both ways. The average credit card interest rate in the US right now is around 22%. If you carry a $5,000 balance and only make minimum payments, here's what happens. You'll pay that debt off in about 28 years, and you'll pay over $15,000 in interest alone. You borrowed $5,000 and paid $20,000 total. Compound interest is the most powerful force in personal finance. It will either work for you or against you. Your job is to make sure it's working for you. There are exactly 3 things that determine how powerful compound interest is for you. I call them the 3 levers. Pull all 3 in the right direction and you will build wealth. It's not a maybe, it's math. Lever 1, time. This is the biggest one. Time is the multiplier that makes everything else more powerful. The earlier you start, the longer the snowball rolls, the bigger it gets. Starting at 22 versus 32 isn't a 10-year difference in outcomes. It's often a 2x difference in final wealth. If you're watching this and you're young, the only mistake you can make is waiting. Lever 2, rate of return. A higher return accelerates everything. This is why the difference between leaving money in a savings account at 0.5% versus investing in a broad index fund at 7% is so dramatic. You're not just getting more money each year, you're getting more money to compound on in every future year. Now, I'm not saying chase risky investments for higher returns. A diversified, low-cost index fund, like a total market ETF, has historically delivered around 7% annually after inflation. That's not a guarantee, but it's a reasonable long-term expectation based on a century of data. Lever 3, consistency. Investing once and forgetting it is good. Investing every single month is dramatically better because every new contribution starts its own compounding clock. $300 a month for 30 years at 7% gives you $340,000. A single $10,000, $8,000 lump sum invested once at 7% for 30 years gives you $823,000. But most of us don't have $108,000 sitting around. Monthly contributions are the real-world lever for building wealth from zero. All right, let's bring this home with one concrete action step you can take today. Open a Roth IRA. If your employer offers a 401k with a match, contribute enough to get the full match first. That's a guaranteed 50% or 100% return on day one, which no investment can beat. Then, open a Roth IRA on top of it. Fund it with even $50 or $100 a month. Put it in a total market index fund. I'll link a few options in the description. Set it to auto-invest so you never have to think about it. And then, let time do its thing. That's it. That's the whole strategy. You don't need to watch the market. You don't need to pick stocks. You just need to start. Be consistent and let compound interest do what it does. If this clicked for you, I want you to hit subscribe because next week I'm going to show you exactly how to open a Roth IRA from scratch, step by step in under 15 minutes. We're also going to talk about what to actually buy inside it, so you're not just guessing. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, maybe a younger sibling, a friend who's always saying they'll start investing later, share this video with them. That might be the most valuable thing you do for them this year. I'll see you next week. Start today.